Thank you for staying tuned. It is still the conversation on Lagos Television. Today we are addressing a critical issue that affects many students, parents and educators: bullying in schools. And this is a serious issue that has long-lasting effects, on the lives of the victims, even the bullies themselves and bystanders, those who watch as the act occurs. And let me just quickly read this. Amid the surge in bullying incidents in primary and secondary schools across the country, the Federal Ministry of Education has announced the launch of a platform for whistleblowers to report bullying cases anonymously. During a press briefing in Abuja on Wednesday, Minister of Education Dr. Maruf Alausa shared his deep concern regarding the increasing occurrences of bullying, violence and other negative behaviors in secondary schools, stressing their harmful effects on students' academic performance, mental health and moral values. To address this issue today, joining us on the conversation is Olulade Bethel Omoni. He is an educationist. You're welcome, sir. He will be joining us via Zoom. Can you hear me, Olulade?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mark. Good morning.
All right.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Welcome to the conversation. So, taking a cue from what I just read, the recent development from the Federal Ministry of Education announcing the launch of a platform for whistleblowers to report bullying cases anonymously. I'd need your reaction to that, and also to add to that question, why has bullying become more prevalent in our society today? Are you there?
I can hear you.
Okay. I said, taking a cue from the report I just read from the Federal Ministry of Education announcing the launch of a platform for whistleblowers to report bullying cases anonymously. I need your reaction to that. And also, why has bullying become a menace in our society today?
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me on the show. I'd say that one of the brilliant things that has been done is this new helpline. Because it's high time we put a stop to it. I'd say this categorically that for me, over the years, I've said this, when you see a bully, go back to the house. Like they say, family is the smallest unit of the society.
Sure.
When you see a bully thriving in a school, you should go to the house. I can guarantee you that it's coming from that person being accepted and being forward from the family, because if it's being dealt with at home, that person won't get to school and use it as a tool. I always say every bully is weak. It is a display of weakness to be a bully. Strength is not in, oppressing or suppressing people. And when you see a child, operating in that frequency, I believe strongly that we should go to the house and do a check and help the parents, because the root cause of every bully is actually from the home.
Okay, in a situation where this child does not even show the traits at home, how do parents now deal with such reports from school?
All right, I'll say this, that every child is operating on a software. Permit me to use the word software. And this software is being uploaded or installed through culture and environment. So I have two daughters. And so if they come to school to tell me anything about my daughters, I know what they can do. I know the software they are running with. So if a parent says, I don't know my son is like this, then he's an absentee parent.
True.
That means the environment is what is installing the software that the child is running with in school. So then we check out the environment that the child is growing up.
Okay, let's understand.
It still comes back to... All right.
Okay, I want us to understand the issue proper now. What exactly constitutes bullying, and how does it differ from mere conflicts or disagreement among children or among school students?
Okay, well, I'll use myself as an example. Growing up and while in school, we had a bully. But this bully had a clique. Because for those who feared him then, became his guides. So it wasn't just the bully again. He had people also that you have to tremble when you see them, and they control things. And for me, growing up and looking back, I saw someone who, one, the teachers didn't know about, because teachers are not really conscious or don't really send. I said I'm happy about the new development, because now that gives room for even teachers to now start checking out. Now, for me, the root cause would always be weakness. A child grows up and feels entitled. You know, if you check out those that bully would always go about, a bully will go after, either the person is intelligent, or they want to collect something from the person, or they just want to subject that person to their own authority. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes. Okay, so now, from what you've said, bullying has evolved, because we see cases where the victims, some even end up losing their lives. So I would want to ask, what are your thoughts? Do you think that, how do you see the role of social media and technology? Do you think it is enabling or combating bullying?
I was coming there also to mention social media, that what these kids now watch, it's really amazing. I can't remember the particular country that my friend was telling me about during the week, that they banned, social media till you're 16. One of the things that have happened in this alpha generation is the fact that they have access to things that a child should not even be concerned about. And these are information flowing to them easily. And they are acting, I don't want to use the word abnormal, but the way they are acting right now is what you expect to be happening in an office. We know there's bullying in an office, and we know things, but you don't expect a child to start getting jealous of a female child to get jealous of another female child because she's pretty. And she will bully based on that. When we were growing up, it was based on maybe they want to collect your lunch or they want to collect your small token. But right now we see cases of they just don't like the person because maybe the guy dresses well or something. So I believe that if we're going to go after this, parents must be involved. Teachers must be involved also, because parents now will put phones in the hands of kids because this is the only way to get them off, not to disturb them. And so the child sits down with the phone. Some of the YouTube Kids stuff, when you watch as an adult, you're wondering, I'm like, hell no, we can't watch this. So I think having access to the different social media platforms is also affecting, in as much as it has the good part, but for now, it's causing more danger to our children than good. In this country, most especially.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned parents and of course schools as prevention and of course solutions to bullying in school. So what role do you think parents should now play in identifying and addressing bullying?
I'll be sincere, one of the things that needs to happen strongly, I don't know if it's possible for the governor. There has to be a mandate that the PTA meeting should be well attended by parents, because we need a parent-teacher collaboration at this point. Because some parents need to work, and based on how they work, like someone said to me yesterday.
Do schools still have these parents-teachers association meetings?
Yes, they do.
Do they?
They do.
How effective are they?
Yeah. Children's schools still.
How many do you attend?
Yeah. I attended. So.
Okay, you can go on. Sorry.
Go ahead.
All right. We need this parent-teachers collaboration because like I said something that my friend said, that we live in our offices, we only visit our homes. Because the time we spend at home, the few hours and sleep, we realize that we're living in the office and visiting our homes. And how do we now, we can't change that totally because we need to work and make that money to raise the children. So where do the children also live more? They live more in their school. So the school also has a strong role to play, which is there has to be this collaboration between the teachers and the parents. Some parents don't even hear from their teacher, from the teachers teaching their children until maybe when the result comes. And they want to confirm why my child failed.
And of course, some parents... Go on.
There's no communication between parents. I feel for even now, public schools should have a communication line where parents can know what's happening, parents can get to see how their children are faring in school. We need to get to that point where, I mean, you don't find out about your children, about what they did in school 2 months ago. There has to be an open line between parents, consciousness. For me, I believe strongly that having a relationship with my kids' teacher is the best thing I can ever do on earth. Having the opportunity that they can call me, I can call them, and we have that, they can tell me when they see traits. It's important to me because once the traits start and you get a call as the parent that, your son did this in class today, do you know about this? It's either to quickly step in, not when they can't reach the parent until when it's now an issue, and the parent saying, I don't know, and the teachers are saying, we just saw it, we didn't know. I think the balance should be a good communication between parents and teachers, and PTA meetings should be well attended. It's not just send money. It's not just support the school. Attend and know what's happening. Open day meetings should be well attended by parents so they can ask questions, see their kid's best friend, and know if you really want your daughter or your son to be friends with this person when you talk to them. And that should also be a point of focus at this point. For this generation, we need to do that.
Okay, so still talking about bullying in schools, how important is it for teachers and even the non-teaching staff? So we have day and boarding schools now to be vigilant, you know, to be able to detect bullying when it's happening and be able to curtail it.
The truth is, you can't give what you don't know. If they're not trained to do it, it's not just the counselor. You spot it before you can tell someone who has been trained to help the person. So the question is, are the teachers being trained to spot this? Are the teachers being trained to handle this? Even in the boarding school, the people in charge, are they being trained to spot and handle this? To me, our answer as a layman, to an extent, no. So we need to add this to the training for those who be in charge of these kids. They need to be trained. They need to even unlearn some of their cultural background about how a girl should do with a boy. So when a boy actually is trying to lord over a girl, they tell the girl, don't you know he's a man, he's going to become a man. You are the lady, you need to be like this. So you can imagine someone with that mindset dealing with a bully who is male and a victim that is female. But based on our mindset or our environment or our culture, she stylishly accepts that bullying tactics, but from the way he or she grew up. So they need to be trained. Some people need to unlearn and learn and relearn to know that they can be better at handling kids. So we have that fault with schools because they are also not being trained. So if it will work better from schools, the schools now need to get maybe people who are into emotional intelligence who can actually train them to understand and spot all these traits to help the kids.
Okay, we have some schools when this issue of bullying or when these cases of bullying are being brought up, they try to cover up in order not to dent the image of the school. How best do you think schools should handle this matter of bullying? And of course, we have students who just keep quiet out of fear in order not to be punished to by their peers. So how best can, schools, educate children to always say something when they see something?
Okay, thank you very much. First is, I'd say that awareness. For the children, awareness. While we're debating about leaders of tomorrow as a topic, when what is affecting them, bullying, can also be put into the spotlight for them to go and do their research and start talking about it. I feel strongly that at this point, if the next phase is to take bullying as a debate topic, so that students can go do research on it, learn about it, and I'm sure by the time they start learning about it and start doing debate about it, speaking about it and not speaking about it will also be a debate topic. By the time you put this into the heart of kids and begin to do a debate and realize that anything that will be successful on earth will go into the hearts of the younger ones. And because their mind is so free and so creative, they can come up with anything.
True.
So I feel strongly that awareness needs to be put in place. And one of the best ways to help children know the impact, the effect of bullying is to make it a debate topic for them. So they can go do research on it, talk with their parents on it. So imagine a bully has been given the same topic and he's trying to do research and see himself. You know,
And see himself or herself. Yeah.
to say, this is me and this is my end. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel strongly that awareness, so that this kid, when we're growing up, there was this kids program called Speak Out. Speak out, something like that, you know, growing up. And every child wanted to attend Speak Out. Do you understand? So
Yes.
what are the TV stations?
What are they doing? Yes.
Kids program and this topic? Are kids winning gifts because they are discussing why you shouldn't be a bully? The end of a bully, good or bad, discuss. I believe this conversation should start from the school, the local government, the state should pick it up and make it interesting for children to want to know about this topic. And I'm sure we'll reduce it drastically once it's out there like this.
Okay, I just want to, your opinion. Should there be stricter laws or policies to hold schools accountable for bullying incidents? And what kind of policies would you suggest?
I missed that, and I was going to talk about the law angle. So let me see. One of the things that happens to us here is because it's not my child, then I'm not going to get involved. I don't want issues. They should go and solve it. For all the schools that have been able to get away with this, it is not their fault. It's our fault as parents. It's our fault as parents because we're not coming together to fight for that one person. You get, and I believe strongly that the Lagos State House of Assembly should pass a strict law. I mean, a very strong law on this, and it should go around the schools. Once it happens, you're going to lose out, no matter who you know, because we can't continue like this. We can't. A child born at a tender age is a loss to a nation. I believe that laws should be created, bylaws in local government, laws from the state, to help parents, to also help students who will speak up. Also, I don't see any reason why there is no helpline locally, for children who wants to call in. Now, bullying in school, it's interesting. What about bullying at home? Some kids need to talk about what they are going through at home also. So I feel strongly like the state government should walk into an helpline that a child can take anybody's phone when it's choked and say, I'm just going to talk here. Just send the message and we will come after you. And it's not just an helpline, it should be a structure that works so that when people see what's happening, they would tread carefully when it comes to this.
I'm glad you mentioned bullying at home because there's some parents who
Bully their children.
Who even watch one child bully the other, and they keep saying, umbe shereni. So parents and teachers, they do need that education to identify this, bullying from the barest minimum. Thank you very much, Bethel Omoniyi Olulade, educationist. We've been talking about bullying in schools. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, bullying, as I said earlier, is not a matter of schools. We need to start from the home.
Oh, yes.
Yes, because, at the various bullying we have amongst children, we have verbal, we have physical, we have cyberbullying, we have, there's one more, there's one they call relational
There's
bullying.
one I saw, segregation in schools. Nobody wants to talk to you, or gossip is also an act of bullying.
Yes, it is. Yes, when they talk down on their peers.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we'll go on a short break. When we return, the conversation continues.
The Conversation. Let the conversation continue.